Hey guys, so today I have the highly awaited, highly anticipated Modern Renaissance review, and that's basically it. That's the intro. To get started on this palette review, I did want to mention that this is the first Anastasia palette that is a permanent palette. So if it's out of stock and you haven't gotten it yet, don't worry, you will get it. It's coming back in stock, don't worry, it's a permanent palette. So everybody could just celebrate for once. You're not just rushing to get this palette. You could try it out, see if you like it, watch a bunch of reviews and tutorials so you can learn everything you can about this gorgeous palette. So the first thing that I'm going to mention about this palette is the price. The price is $42. It's a tad tiny bit more expensive. It's $12 more expensive than the usual palettes that are usually limited edition, but that may be because there's 14 eyeshadows in this palette, which most of the other ones only bring, I think it's 12, but don't quote me on that. And it comes in this gorgeous to die for lavender velvet felt type of case. Now obviously it might get dirty in your makeup bag if you take a lot of stuff, but I like to keep all of my palettes together and they're usually pretty clean. So yeah, that's the goal, to try and keep it clean. So other than those 14 colors, it comes with its mirror. That's great. And it also comes with the usual duo brush that Anastasia always puts in her palettes, which I always find pretty helpful. They're nice and soft and easy to use, except for maybe this side, which I think is supposed to be like the blending brush. I really don't like using that brush. The other side of the brush, I really like. It's nice for like the crease and getting color deep in there. So this palette comes with 14 eyeshadows, and they range from neutral colors, which are mostly around here, except for maybe this one and that one, and then some berry colors right here. So I really like this kind of color palette. It's one of my favorite type of color palettes. I love neutrals, and I think these colors, these specifically, are really nice. They don't make you look sick or anything, because sometimes pink and reds kind of can make you look sick sometimes. So I really like these colors. Anastasia did perfect job. I've tested most of these colors out and they're super pigmented. I've used most of them and they're super easy to blend. But before I start talking about all of that, I want to get into every single color, and I want to swatch it for you guys so you guys could see it and just appreciate the glorious beauty that is this palette. And it's just so worth it. I think that it's so worth it. This is one palette that is hands down my favorite palette. I think I'm going to be using this for a really long time. So the first one is Tempera, and it is a velvety beige kind of color. It is also a matte color. I find it to be a lot whiter, and it's perfect for like highlighting the brow bone. I love using it in the inner corners as well, just to brighten up the area. So that's one of the neutral colors. It does have a tiny bit of shimmer, I feel. I don't feel like it's completely matte. It does have like this really nice shine to it. So that's actually really nice for a white highlighting color. Even though I do like matte whites as well. So underneath that is Raw Sienna, and that one is a very nice neutral type of brown. It's a matte as well, and it's just a gorgeous kind of neutral brown, perfect for transition colors, perfect for the outer corners. I just love using this brown. I love pairing it with all of the other different kinds of browns in this palette, as well as the purples and pinks that are in this palette. I think this goes so nicely together with everything. They really did a good job of pairing colors that really work well together. Next is Golden Ochre. That one is a more yellow earthy tone. It's also a matte color. It's so unnoticeable on my skin though, so because I do have kind of like a yellow undertone in my skin. So I love using this one as an all over kind of eyeshadow when I want it to be kind of minimalistic. I haven't used that one too much, but putting that on my skin now, I could see that it would be perfect for just an all over lid color. Underneath that, I put burnt orange, and that one is obviously an orangey kind of color. It's also a matte, and it is also perfect. It goes extremely well with raw sienna. It looks so nice together. That one looks like really nice also as an all over lid kind of color, which I used the other day, and it looks so amazing. Next is Primavera, which I was supposed to put Vermeer, but whatever. So next is Primavera, and that is a golden metallic color. I absolutely love this color. This color looks amazing in the inner corners. It has actually amazing pigmentation, and it's just, the opacity is so incredible. I thought it would be one of the shimmery kind of colors that is just very translucent and not very good, not picking up well, that is barely noticeable, and it's kind of just a little bit of glitter over your lids and that's it. But no, this one actually has color, has pigmentation, it has everything that you're looking for in an inner corner eyeshadow. It looks incredible. I absolutely love that color, especially the golden tone to it. It's what I love, using goldens and browns. I think they look amazing. So this is one of my favorite colors to use. Next up is Vermeer, and that one is a pinkish champagne kind of color. It's also a metallic. It looks so incredible. It's also one of the best kinds of metallic shimmery colors for the inner corners. I would use it exactly how I use Primavera as well. It looks so incredible. The pigmentation is just amazing. All of these colors, I've been so surprised with them because I have some other Anastasia palettes, and some of the shimmery metallic kind of colors just do not pick up very well, and they just kind of blend in. But these look so incredible, so amazing. I just love them so much. Next up is Buen Fresco. That is a matte color, and it's also a kind of lavender type of shade. So now we're getting into the more berry type of colors and shades in this palette, and lavender is one of my favorite colors. It is such a beautiful color on the lids. It just looks so pretty. I just love the way it looks also with brown eyes. I think it looks so amazing. So I really love that color. It also looks a lot like a color from the Unzip palette from Lorac, but I can't really remember the name right now. The name escapes me, but it looks so pretty. They're super blendable. All of these eyeshadows are so blendable, so easy to blend. I just love them so much. Right underneath that one is Red Ochre, which is a burnt reddish kind of color that I want to say. It does have a matte finish as well. Most of these are mattes, which I really like. So yeah, this one, even though it's a red, it's a little, and it might be kind of like intimidating to use, it really is easy to blend. It's not a vibrant red, so it's more on the brownish type of spectrum of a red. A lot of these have like very warm undertones to it, so that's really nice, even though we're kind of getting into the winter time. After that, we have Antique Bronze, and that is the other metallic color in this collection. It is a sable kind of color with little specks of reddish glitter in them. This shows up really nice. It's a bronzy kind of color. I really like it. It looks amazing all over the lids. A lot of these I would pair just all over the lids by themselves. They look really nice. But you could also just put it on your lids and then use a transitional type of color like raw sienna or burnt orange, which just looks just incredible as well. Like I said before, all of these colors blend together so seamlessly. It looks amazing. After that is Venetian Red, which this one is another red color. It's more crimson than red ochre. I feel like it has a lot of pink undertones to it. It looks beautiful though. It still has its like kind of sparkly undertones to it, so I'm not sure why they say this is a matte, because it does have a kind of glittery shine to it a little bit. It has like a shine to it, so I feel like it's not complete ultra matte like they say, but it's still a beautiful color, which is one of the colors I used in the makeup tutorial that I did about 2 weeks ago. So next is Love Letter, which is a pinkish raspberry matte eyeshadow, and it is just such a pretty color. Love this color so much. It's not super neon pink or anything. It's the perfect kind of pink, just soft, subtle, and just such a beautiful color, especially to pair with the browns in this palette. It looks so incredible. Underneath that is Warm Taupe, which is obviously a taupe color, and this one is so pretty. I love this kind of color. I've never had that kind of color before. Even though I have a lot of neutral palettes, this kind of taupey color is really nice, very warm with a grayish kind of undertone, which is probably why I like it so much. I really love using gray type of colors with undertones with gray. Next is the darkest eyeshadow in this palette, which is Cypress Umber. That one is a dark coffee kind of color. It's also still very warm. There's not really any that are too cool toned. A lot of these are warm tones. I do feel like there's maybe a little bit of sparkle in that one as well, a shine to it, not sparkle but like a shine, which even though it's supposed to be a matte, it gives it a little bit more of a dimension to it, and I particularly like this color a lot. I did find it a tiny bit hard to blend when I was using it the other day. Maybe because darker colors are just harder to blend. So yeah, I just recommend using a little bit rather than a lot. I think I put too much, and that's why it was kind of hard to blend out. But either way, this eyeshadow was really beautiful. I love this eyeshadow. It makes your eyes just have a little bit more of a dimension, more depth into your eyes when you add this to the outer corners, and just kind of like a smoky eye effect. And the last color in this palette is the Relgar. Oh my god, I don't know how to pronounce that. Relgar? Not sure. But it's kind of like a burnt orange type of color, even though this one's called burnt orange over here, but this one is definitely like a brick orange kind of color. I'm not a big fan of orange. I really want to try it out, give it another shot, but crap, I keep sticking my fingers in this. That one wasn't too bad. Vermeer is pretty bad, but that sucks, man. I keep slipping here. Back to Relgar. This is like a burnt orange brick kind of color. I'm not too big of a fan of that, but I do want to try it out because, you know, it is part of this palette, and I want to see if I could use all of the colors that are in this palette. I think they look amazing. They work together amazing. If you're thinking of buying it and you don't know whether you want to get it or not, I would go ahead and buy it once it comes back in stock. Go keep checking Sephora and Ulta and Anastasia.com and all of the websites that you could use to buy makeup. I would go get it. Definitely worth those $42. Comes with the 14 eyeshadows that just all work beautifully together, so I think it's definitely worth it. These are warmer kind of colors, so don't forget that when you're thinking about buying this. Think about like your skin tone and all of that. Even though I think this looks amazing, a lot of these will look amazing on all kinds of skin tones. So yeah, if you guys have this palette, let me know in the comments below. Let me know which one is your favorite, and if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe because I do upload videos like this every single week, and I would like to see you guys here again. So I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will talk to you guys later in my next one. Bye guys. Before I forget, the shirt I'm wearing, I just had to show you guys. I mean, it's St. Pablo. I went to the concert like a few days ago, and yeah, it's probably gonna be my only Kanye concert ever. So that's it. I'm out. Bye.